How's it going, everybody? Today we are here checking out Thrill of the Fight 2 on the MetaQuest 3. You're going to want to loosen up those gloves and tighten up those shoes because this is definitely a game that's going to have you on your feet and getting a whole ton of exercise while you play. Now, obviously, with this being Thrill of the Fight 2, this is a sequel to Thrill of the Fight, which was also a very popular boxing game on the MetaQuest. And this sequel is in early access still, so I'd expect there to be lots of updates and improvements to the game still. But overall, just jumping into the game, looking at the first impressions of the graphics and stuff, I got to say I was really impressed. I'm finding it really cool. The crowd is very active. You can see everyone cheering and kind of egging both fighters on in the crowd, which is very cool as well. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not think Thrill of the Fight 1 had a multiplayer experience. It was mostly based on sparring the AI opponents and kind of training and stuff like that. But this one is very much focused on the multiplayer experience and taking your fight online, which is very cool. I haven't I don't know if it's just because of early access or they're going to add more to the game, but so far it is only allowing multiplayer matches, which is very fun but also very challenging at the same time. There's definitely a learning curve here. I seem to be getting my butt kicked every time I jump into this. Mind you, I've only played a couple games and they've been close, but as you can see, I'm not doing the greatest and I'm pretty much getting my butt kicked every time. But there is hope. I think I will get better at this game. Just got to give it a little bit more time and actually get used to doing the physical parts of it all, because it is very physical. This is a game that'll have you on your feet and getting some much needed exercise, because as you can see, the game works a lot like how a real boxing match would. You're putting your arms up to block and you're throwing jabs and you're throwing hooks and uppercuts. You're doing all that in real time, and it kind of transfers through into the game, which is really, really cool. It all feels pretty smooth and pretty fluid as well, which is nice. You can also become a master of the head movements. You got to use your head a lot to bob and weave when your opponent's throwing punches. You can kind of weave out of the way and do your counter punches. So it does take a lot. You're moving around a lot between throwing your punches and moving your feet and bobbing your head back and forth. You can really build up a nice exercise actually playing this game, which is great. The overall feel of the game is really nice too. It's really cool to kind of get inside this boxing ring and have that live multiplayer opponent ahead of you. Some friendly taunting at times, maybe, for sure. I haven't noticed anyone actually talking. I think they do that on purpose, not having the mics on so people can't say too much, but there's definitely some hand gestures and things going on to make things fun and interesting for both of you. You can see mostly from my character taking the big hits that you'll go into a rocked kind of state where you definitely feel the pressure of not wanting to get hit another time, or you might hit the mat. So it's got a very realistic feel, and you start to get panicked once you're starting getting peppered, for sure. Overall, I think this was a really cool game, and like I said, it is in early access, so I'm excited to see what kind of is to come into the future of it, what they're going to add to it. A story mode will be cool. They're going to tweak and make things better for the online multiplayer, and I'm just excited for it because it's a really good game. This is a good exercise alternative. There's lots of exercise apps out there and stuff like that, but if you want something fun and something where you're not going to so much notice that you're getting the exercise that you really are, this is definitely a game that you want to check out for those purposes, for sure. So definitely, if you're a MetaQuest owner and you love boxing games and getting into some physical type games, you're definitely going to love this one. I recommend checking it out for sure. Hopefully there's a lot of good things and add-ons to come as the time goes on for it, but definitely a cool game. I really enjoy it so far, so definitely check it out. I hope this video was helpful to you. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.